Hi there, saxophones. I want to get you a review of how you get everything adjusted and then also getting you started on making some sounds on your saxophone, talking about that. So this is what your reed should look like when you're done putting it all together. Let me zoom in on that to make it a little bit more clear to see. You can see how at the top here there's a tiny little bit of the black of the mouthpiece showing, but not very much. And then the reed is centered and even on the mouthpiece right here. There's no chips on the reed. I didn't touch the top of the reed at all when I was putting it on. I was only touching like right here. And then I have my mouthpiece screws going off to the right here in the front. So that's what the reed should end up looking like. To make a sound, we're gonna set our lips, and that's called your embouchure. Can you say that? Embouchure. So your embouchure is very important. And you wanna have your bottom lip to be kind of flat. Imagine if you're putting on chapstick. So when you put on chapstick, if you don't do anything with your bottom lip, it wiggles around. And some of you are like, oh, that's why I always have trouble putting on chapstick. When you set your bottom lip like this, and you kind of make it firm, then that way you can rub the chapstick on. So do that like with an imaginary chapstick. Okay, or get the chapstick on up here. That kind of flat lip, that's what we want our saxophone to be, our saxophone embouchure to be. Okay, like you're putting on chapstick. Notice how this brings all of my muscles here in the chin down. My lip is down. I don't want the lip to be going up into the reed. My lip is coming down and away from the reed. And then when I put the mouthpiece in, I'm going to put about this much of the mouthpiece in. So the mouthpiece, you don't have to do this, but if I slid a paper in between the reed and the mouthpiece, that's how much of the reed should be in my mouth. At that point where the reed breaks off from the mouthpiece, where the paper can slide in between, that's how much reed should be in my mouth. So I need to have the reed about here. Now if I go past that point and I put the whole thing in my mouth, it's just going to get squeaky. I'm going to have it about right here in my mouth. This part is going to stay firm. It's going to stay nice and firm. My teeth are going to touch on the top. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. And then I'm going to blow without puffing my cheeks at all. That's what my embouchure should look like. That's what your party horn should sound like. Okay, so try that again. Okay, now I'm going to put that onto my saxophone. Tighten my screw here. I'm going to adjust my neck strap. Remember that on the neck strap, if I'm standing up, the saxophone should come right to my mouth. It's not coming to my mouth right now. My neck strap is too loose. So I'm going to tighten my neck strap. I want the weight of the saxophone being held by the neck strap. So when I just center the saxophone here, it's coming right to my mouth. Okay? And then when I'm playing, the saxophone is just right centered. I'm not playing it off to the side because then I'm all crooked. So it's just coming right in the front center of my body. Okay? And I get all my reed is going to be going here on my bottom lip, just like it was on my party horn. Okay? My fingers are going to get in position here. Now, each saxophone is a little bit different in how it works, so you have to kind of figure out what it is for your saxophone. There's usually two big buttons here that are pearl colored, and you're going to put your two fingers here, so 3, 2, and then there's a little tiny button. You're going to skip this one and put your finger on the next big button. Now mine has a big button here at the very top. Some saxophones, that's like a silver key. So there should be like 3 big pearls here on the top for your 3 top fingers. Your thumb is going to just rest on the back, on the little pearl or the black bumper there in the back. Your bottom fingers are going to go 1, 2, 3 down here on the bottom. Your thumb is going to rest underneath this thumb rest here, underneath that thumb rest. Now the saxophone neck strap has already been adjusted, so you can see how the saxophone comes right to me, and it just hangs right on me here. And again, I have it just centered right here with me. So if I blow without pressing any fingers down, I can get a nice clear sound. Okay, if I get this kind of sound, okay, that means I have too much in my mouth. Okay, so that's kind of the sound we should make. Let's try putting down one finger here, just our very top finger, and get a sound like this. Can you match me? You try that. Now it's really important that these other fingers are not touching any other keys. The only keys you're allowed to press are those ones that I told you about. So you can't rest this hand on any keys here. You can't rest this hand on any keys here. Don't bump anything at all. So the weight is held by the neck strap. Your thumb down here is pushing it forward. These fingers can be pressing keys or lifted up, but you can't let any part of your hand touch any other keys right now. So that's one finger. If we add a second finger, we should get a different note. So here's one finger, two fingers. You can hear the note change. And if I add my fingers going down, you should hear notes getting lower and lower. This is the waterfall. You can hear how as I added fingers it got lower and lower. Now, if I'm bumping keys anywhere, it's not going to get lower and lower. Okay, so I can't bump keys. Okay, or if I bump keys like this, I was adding my fingers and nothing was changing because I was hitting keys here on the side. I can't hit any other keys. So you want to try to see how many different notes you can get, how you can get those fingers moving, getting those fingers in the right place, getting all those different keys to happen, not bumping anything else. See if you can at least get those three notes. Try it again with me. And then add. See if you can get all the way down to the bottom there. So good luck with that this week.